All right, thanks everyone for joining us. It was a really exciting start to the ice dance competition. We have our top three here, starting with first place, Madison Hubble and Zachary Donahue. In second place, we have Madison Chalk and Evan Bates. And in third place, we have Caitlin Hawaiiak and John Luke Baker. So to start, we'll have each of our teams give an opening statement, and then we will open up for questions, starting with Madison and Zachary. Right next to me.
It was great to be here in this beautiful arena. Zach and I were here in the spring for Stars on Ice, and we got a small taste of what it would be like, but it's just a beautiful facility and a good home crowd. A lot of our family was in the audience today, so and now we're here with our family in the press conference. So all in all, a really great day.
Oh, thank you. I'll make the opening statement. We are so happy to be back in Detroit. It wasn't too long ago that we moved from here up to Montreal, and our family and friends are still here, so it feels really nice to be coming home. But like Maddie said, we're up here with our other family, and that's a great feeling as well. Just the team and the camaraderie that we have together, it's so nice to share in all these big moments, and just to be back in Detroit and have all skated well. Yep. So, yay!
I want that in writing. So
I second that yay. Yeah, it's also really great to be back in Detroit. Like our other two training mates now in Montreal, we all used to train here in Detroit, so it's very nostalgic to be able to come back and see so many familiar faces in the audience with us today when we performed, which made it feel very comfortable and exciting. So a really big thank you to everyone for just a great event so far, and I think we're really happy to be sharing the moment with our teammates as well. Feels like every day at home.
All right, thank you everyone, and we can open up for questions.
Yeah. Except Pat said good job this time.
We'll go right here.
Jeff Seidel from the Free Press. How much, they were saying how much you guys push them, and I wondered how much all you guys push each other every day in practice.
A lot. I mean, we're pretty lucky that we get to train with the best in the world, including we've got other teams in Montreal that are all there. I mean, we're pushing each other, really. We've got such a unique, incredible atmosphere where we all love each other. We all want to beat each other. We all want Patch to say good job. It's really, honestly, it's really inspiring to be able to watch all of the teams we have surrounding us put out their best on a daily basis and kind of make us step up our own game.
Yeah. No, I think when these teams first moved, we had a few questions kind of citing that we had said when we first moved how nice it was to be the only American in Montreal. And at that point, I think that's what we needed. We needed to step out of this kind of fishbowl of Detroit and find our own way and decide that, who we were and have confidence in that. And I think our coaches were able to realize that last year we became our own team and we had our own confidence in ourselves. So when they asked us how we felt about introducing these two American teams into our group, we knew from experience how wonderful it was to train with them, and we welcomed that energy into the group, and it's been really lovely every day. Yep, right here.
I love you guys.
I feel like this is just
J.R. Walker from International Figure Skating Magazine. How do you balance the fine line between competitiveness and being a family and friends?
Okay, I'll start, I guess. I don't know. I think ice skating is something that, yes, I want to win, but in order to win, I have to beat my last performance. And that's the focus in Montreal, is to become the best version of yourself. We don't compare ourselves to the other teams in the arena. We don't try and copy the same moves and the same technique. The coaches are really great at adapting towards each couple's strengths, and that goes throughout the whole school, not just through the American teams. So in that manner, we went out today focused on being our best, and I'm sure these other two teams did the exact same thing. So that allows us to support each other while still wanting to end up being the winner at the end of the day.
Thanks. Yeah, Jackie.
Jackie Wong, rockerskating.com.
Rocker skating.
Thank you. I didn't ask for that. Maddie and Evan, it's been a kind of a weird, crazy season for you guys in some ways. Maddie, you had surgery, in April-ish?
Yeah, beginning of April.
And so tell me about the last few months and how you've been able to get to this point. I mean, you guys came back in your first competition and kind of blew it away, and same with the rhythm dance here. So tell me about that whole journey.
Wow, what a journey. I feel like so much has happened in the last 10 months that it's hard to condense it all. But yes, I did have surgery in April, and we spent a lot of time out in Colorado Springs for my rehab, which was excellent. I was surrounded by the best physicians and the best physical therapists that I could have. So I was very fortunate to have such a smooth recovery in that aspect. And then we moved to Montreal at the beginning of August, end of July. Huh?
Not soon enough.
Yeah, not soon enough, right? I know. But we wanted to take our time and make sure that I was on the right path and feeling the best I could possibly feel before we moved out. And so we took our time, and when we moved out, the welcome was so warm and so gracious from all of our teammates there. And we feel so fortunate and so grateful to be where we are and to be in the place where we are with our own skating and our own mentality. We feel like we're in a completely new space, new headspace, and new physical space. I feel the strongest that I've ever felt in my career, and so that's a really nice feeling to have after coming back from an injury. And Evan's been so wonderful through the whole process.
Thanks.
Yeah. And that's it. Did I miss anything? Okay.
Do we have any more questions for our athletes? Yeah, Christine.
Hi, Christine Brennan, USA Today. Last time we saw you guys, of course, at the Olympics. And since then, the Worlds, of course, and a lot of interesting things, as you said, you've dealt with. How often do you think back to those Olympic experiences? I know in both cases they were not what you would hope they would be. Do they fuel you? Do they matter anymore? Is it all behind you and you move on to the next 4-year cycle? What's the thought process? Thanks.
I just punched my hand on the table. Clumsy.
I think we are who we are sitting here today because of a lifetime of experiences. So whether I'm consciously taking the Olympics with me every day, no, but it's there. Those experiences helped shape our partnership. It was certainly an incredible high as well as an incredible low, and I think it really fueled the decision to start over as a team and reignite this very intense friendship between the two of us. So I have a lot of gratitude towards all those experiences, but I'm not warming up thinking, oh, I screwed up at the Olympics, so I better nail it today. No, we luckily have people that help us so that that's not going through your brain. And so, we have people that help us, package that in a way that we can use it, but it's not at the forefront of what we're thinking about.
I love you.
I love you too.
Yeah, in the back.
It's such a big moment. You're going to hopefully, or try to at least, repeat as national champions back here in Detroit. When you go to sleep tonight, what will you be thinking?
God, this mattress is so comfortable.
Yeah. Today was rhythm dance, and we'll enjoy the fact that for us, we came out on top today, and go to bed feeling satisfied. And tomorrow morning we'll wake up and reevaluate how we're feeling and open a new day. It would be lovely to be able to, take another title and share that with my family that's in the crowd. But no matter what, our focus is going to be on giving a performance that we're proud of, and the rest isn't really in our control. So we hope everyone skates their absolute best tomorrow, and we'll see what the judges have to say.
And our parents are going to tailgate together before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. If you guys get bored of figure skating,
go to 2301 Cass Avenue. There's a parking structure. My family will be there, and his family, and Caitlin's family, and they're making a tailgate. Anybody can show up. It's going to be around 4 o'clock. Grilling, drinks, everything set up, no matter the weather. So Detroit tailgate is happening. You're welcome to join.
We're just hoping that they all actually make it to the event to see us skate.
I'm hoping that they all paint their faces.
some things you just don't want to see.
I want to see that.
All right, we have time for one more question. Yeah, Brandon.
Brandon Penny, TeamUSA.org. Maddie Hubble, you referenced earlier that when your coaches sort of spoke to you about these two teams joining your group in Montreal, that you welcomed the idea. What role did you play in that? Were you consulted as to whether the coaching team in Montreal would take on these teams, or did you speak to each of these teams before they decided to move to Montreal?
Well, I don't know, right, my role. I know that the coaches did come to us, and they were very open about which teams in the world asked to come. And while I'm sure that I wasn't in control, as much as I would love to think I was that powerful, if I said no, I'm sure they wouldn't have just said no. They wanted to hear our opinion. They wanted to be able to talk it out. They didn't want that all of a sudden they just say, oh, I know that you feel like you just became national champion, you just got, a world medal. We're going to take your biggest competitors and welcome them, so good luck. They're very considerate in that way. So it became a discussion between all of us. And there was definitely some processing that had to go in there, and they helped us realize that to welcome friends back into the group would only make us stronger, and we couldn't avoid, having that in our face every day, since inevitably we were also trying to compete with Gabrielle and Guillaume. So, I don't think that we were in the power of saying no, but they definitely were kind enough to hear us out and to have a discussion about it.
All right, thanks everyone for joining us, and we'll see you back tomorrow night for the free dance.